First up is Stephen Pina. Stephen was wrongfully convicted of a 1993 Boston murder and spent 28 years in prison for a crime he did not commit. Even though a superior court judge has already found that his conviction was unjust, he continues to have to fight for his full exoneration. Let's welcome him to the stage. Big, beautiful, and warm. Let's go.
My first 2 hours home, walking into the building that I grew up in, to go upstairs, ride this 6th floor elevator ride to see my mother. In the lobby with friends and family, like overwhelmed, excited. Whew, what a feeling. I'll never forget that. There are other things that I remember that I would love to forget. Guilty, first-degree murder, sentence to the rest of your natural life in prison. What just happened? Wait. Turn around. Look at my mother. There's this numbness in her face, but her eyes are saying the same thing. What just happened? What's going on? Then there's the memory of leaving the Kingdom Hall. I grew up Jehovah's Witness, and it's raining. It's raining, as they say, cats and dogs. And usually when we left and the weather was, crazy, my mother would get us a ride or call a cab. But today she said, we're gonna walk home in the rain. And we walked home in the rain. And I don't know who splashed who first, but we splashed each other. We jumped in puddles, man. We were singing and dancing like the movie, Singing in the Rain. And I remember us just soaking wet with our arms out, the rain hitting our faces, and the smile and joy that my mother had. I had to get back to that. Had to get back to that smile. And if any of y'all know Ma P, which she's affectionately known by as from my fellow incarcerated brothers, y'all know that smile. Standing in the law library at Walpole, looking at these books. And if anybody knows, man, learning the law is like learning Chinese arithmetic. And I'm looking at these books. I don't know what the heck I'm looking at. And this older guy walks up. He said, what do you see? I'm like, what you mean what I see? He's like, what do you see? See numbers, man. He's like, yeah, but what else you see? Northwest Reporter. What else you see? I don't know, man. And he points. And there's this little key on the book. I said, it's the key. He said, that's the key to you getting home. So I spent my first 6 years in the library. I call it library instead of law library. Morning, afternoon, and night. And there are times when it gets tough. The appeals are denied. And I remember calling my mother. And I would, she would always ask me, how you doing? And I'd be like, I'm all right, Ma, I can't, I got to be strong for her. I can't, And one thing about our God, right, Jehovah God, he's an amazing God. He never allowed me and my mother to be weak at the same time. When I was weak, she was strong. When she was weak, I was strong. And I remember her asking me one day, Steve, how much time you got? What did they give you? And I'm like, Mom, what do But remembering, there was a numbness with her. And I said, life, Mom. She's like, what does that mean? I said, I got life without the possibility of parole. That means I'm going to die in prison. I don't know what that did to Mom, man, but she became my biggest advocate. We created this flyer that said Steve is innocent, and it had like a summary of the case, and she was out handing those out, man, sticking them on the wall wherever she could, handing them to whoever she could. And I remember one time calling, and she was like, well, I was just over in Mission Hill. And I'm like, whoa, you can't go over there, Ma. This is where the guy was. I don't know him. I don't know his friends. I don't know. You cannot go over there. Please. But it paid off, man. It paid off. My number one advocate, it paid off. March 9th, 2022. The judge says, as for your motion to stay, a motion to stay is when they let you go until they make a decision. I'm going to allow you to go home. I'm back in the building, y'all. Riding that elevator upstairs with all my friends and some of my family, and we're like, I'm anxious. I'm about to see my mom, who couldn't be in court because she was sick that day. And we get off the elevator, man, I'm telling everybody, yo, y'all go first, y'all go first. And everybody's going in the door, and, I can hear her. Oh, my God, you're here. Oh, my God, you're here. Oh, Side, give us Side. Oh, Droop, you here. And here I am, right? I'm the last one. The door getting ready to close, but I'm like this outside, like. And I walk in, and all I hear is, oh my God, my baby's home. My baby's home. I can't believe it. And she hugs me and she grabs my face and she says, 28 years, 28 years. My baby's home. I'm home. I'm home. I love you, Mom. Me and you against the world, then, now, and always.